everybody. I want to show you my way of removing unwanted noises and notes in a take or in a segment. I'm a violinist, and like any other string players, we have open strings which can ring occasionally when you don't want them to, especially in keys you don't want them to. The following example I recorded in E flat, and right in the middle I had the open D string ring. So I hit it by accident with a finger, so it was a very sloppy string crossing, and it's gonna sound like this. Right? That's pretty much unusable. You want a clean, nice scale, and you don't want that. And if this is the only take you have, what are you gonna do, right? So old school, yes, you get the scissors, you go to the scissors tool, you cut here, you get rid of it, you do a fade in, but the D was ringing, so it's gonna go longer. I'm not sure that's gonna be effective. It's gonna most likely drive you crazy that you couldn't fix it. I would say if you have Melodyne, that's your number one tool. So let's try that first, okay? So you can, if you're using Cubase, it's built into the extensions. If you own Melodyne, it's gonna show up here under extension. So what you do is select your audio clip, go to extensions, select Melodyne, it's gonna analyze the file, boom. Now, here you can see it polyphonically, right? You see the scale and you see the funky notes. If you don't see that, there might be a reason. Under algorithm, you have options. If this is a melodic setting, see, it's not going to show. You're going to see notes, and you don't see the two notes here, the D and the, B flat. So you need to make sure under algorithm that you are in the polyphonic mode, either decay or sustain. Doesn't really matter. I go for sustain because I want to hear how long this D rings. See, now you can see it. You see how this ugly note I plugged keeps on ringing all the way to the end. So step number one, you have selected, you hit delete. Now there's also something right here we don't like, and this is the little plug. This is what note is that? That's a G. See, that rings with it. So what you want to do is, right now they're still connected, so you need to hover over, right, until you have the separation tool. Here it is. And now you can select this part and hit delete. Okay, now let me play the scale for you. Wow, right? So it's gone. So you can close this box, and if you play it back, you still see it here, but again, you have the extension which is taking care of it. Yeah, if you like that now, you can actually render it to a new audio, or you can actually make it permanent, and then it will be, modifying your original audio. So this is great, right? So fast, very simple. You got rid of that nasty note, and you can move on. Now, you can also use SpectraLayers, but it's a little more complicated because SpectraLayers, as you can see, shows you all the partials, right? This is the scale. Here it goes up, and it shows you all the partials, the octaves, the fifth, the third, and so on. But you can see the ugly note, right? Here it is. So it's also very simple. You grab the selection tool and just get it, and you can see how far it goes. So you actually want to extend it pretty far. Once you hit delete, it grays it out. You have to do it a couple times, get really rid of it. It goes in increments. So now go back to selection, see the D is gone. But the transient is not, right? That's that pluck you hear. And that's all the stuff in here. So let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah. See, right, this cloud, right, this nebula, here's the nice next note. This nebula, as I call it, that has the transient. So what you can do is you can grab the transient tool, and you can move the transient tool in here. Select, and now hit maybe, let's try once first. Okay, let's go back to out here. All right, better, right? We just lost it. It's a little bit better. Okay, let's go further out. So as you can see, there's still something left over here, right? I see too many notes. It should be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lines, at least up to this partial. And look what we have. We have so much stuff in here, right? So the other way is you just have to go in and you select this guy, right, which is the loudest, and it comes again here. Gonna get rid of that. In here, it's a little tricky, so maybe be careful. Don't select those notes. Okay, let's try that. Better. There's still a plug. And because it's higher in pitch, I have a feeling it's in here. Well, it's up here. See, there's a lot of confusion still going on. So let's try the partial one more time on those guys. Hit it once. Zoom out again. All right, better, but you can see what happens now. We are getting a hole. You know, that's almost like the old way with the scissors and fade in, fade out. But the only difference, we got rid of the D, you know, sustain completely. So you can see you can do a lot of magic here, but it's going to take a little longer because, again, I think the SpectraLayers is, you know, also for noise removal. You can go really in and you say, you know what, let's get the eraser. What are those? I don't need those guys. This one is weird. I don't want this. Let's get rid of this. And this seems to be, let's get this a little bit. Okay. And there's something in the middle here. All right. Let's see how this sounds. I mean, it's workable, but I thought the Melodyne operation was way more successful, right? So this one will take another minute or two to really go in. And unless I haven't found another trick here in the menu, but I will further investigate. But I say, yeah, if you have Melodyne, that's definitely the way to go. And if you have the artist, have him do another take, right, to fix it. Easiest way in most cases in the studio. But for post-production, maybe that's a little trick, some information for you to try. And thank you for watching. Bye.